Check it. Alright guys, what is up? You are back for another video with Data Zero. I appreciate each and every one of you that helped me break 6K subscribers today. We broke 6K subscribers today on the road to my goal of 10K. In this video, we're looking at GME and AMC. I break down the macro, fundamentals, psychology, and technicals, showing you very, very clearly and concisely that an uptrend is coming, but you have to ignore the day-to-day movement to see it and have conviction. You got to focus on the charts, the facts, the data, and make sure that you have the conviction, the mindset to play the long game and ignore the noise. So I'm going to help you guys do that. But if you are concerned with the micro, the smaller time frame, I got you covered on that too, giving you guys the update for this week. So without wasting any more time, you want to watch this whole video to get all of the information. But let's go ahead and hop in the charts, the facts, the data, and explain how AMC and GME are in the recovery process and going to see a macro uptrend.
All right, guys, what is up? You are back for another video with Data Zero. In this video, we're going to be looking at our favorite meme stock, AMC, and we're also going to look at GME as well because GME is setting up for a crazy move. Let's go ahead and see what we got going on. So, guys, I'm going to hop right in with GME. So, GME is in this bull flag right here. As you guys can see, GME also is in a strong uptrend. As you guys can see, from the bottom of $18, it's already moving up. As you guys can see, the bands on the 1 hour time frame, these bands right here are a momentum indicator. When the bands have a lot of width in between them, that means the move has a lot of momentum. When they get close together, that means the move is ending. The bullish band is green, the blue band is bearish. As you guys can see, we have the bullish band on top and tons of width in between them, telling us that they have a ton of momentum to the upside. We're also breaking out of this bull flag right now. As you guys can see, this is a bull flag / pennant retest. So we had this massive, huge pennant right here. As you guys can see, we broke out of that, retested it, and moved to the upside. Consolidated in this bull flag as well. Broke out of that and now are moving to the upside. I think GME is going to go all the way back up to $25 or $27, possibly even higher. Once we get up to this level right here of $25 for GME and GME breaks above this macro downtrend, you are going to see some nice action for GME. GME is starting to enter its disbelief rally. A lot of people are still bearish. They don't believe GME can run. They're saying, hey, GME is not going anywhere. Guys, this is going to be GME's disbelief rally. Let's go ahead and look at the psychology and overlay it over the macro chart for GME. So we're going to go ahead and look. So this is your euphoria stage, basically your optimism, belief, thrill, euphoria. So this is euphoria, optimism, belief rally right here, as you guys can see. Then you have your pullback and your upwards consolidation. This is your complacency stage. Everyone thinks it's going to rally right here. Everyone thinks as we come back up to the top, it's going to rally, but no, we have a sharp drop down. That is your complacency stage. So you get your euphoria, then you have your sharp drop down, then you have your upwards consolidation. That is your complacency stage. This is your complacency stage for GME. Then you get your sharp turn to the downside. Right here's your anger, right here's your depression. As you guys can see, anger, depression have a lower low. So if we go ahead and look at the psychology, you have your anger right here, then your depression, which is your second low. What happens next is your disbelief rally, then your hope, optimism, belief, thrill, and euphoria. GME is going into a macro trend. This is a macro uptrend. So let's make this as clear for you guys to understand as possible. So we're going to go ahead and take this and go ahead and look at a falling wedge. I know you guys all know what this looks like by now, but for the people that are new, we're going to go ahead and make this very, very visually easy to see and explain. So a falling wedge is a bullish continuation pattern. That means you have a uptrend, then you have your falling wedge, and then you have a bullish continuation of your uptrend. Now, if you go ahead and look at GME, GME is in a falling wedge. You have your bullish uptrend, then you have your falling wedge, and then you have your continuation of an uptrend making a higher high. Okay, that's very, very crucial that you understand that the falling wedge is a bullish continuation pattern and you break your previous high. As you guys can see for this diagram, as you guys can see, you break past your previous high once you break out of the wedge. And AMC and GME are both setting up in these macro falling wedges. AMC's already broken out of its macro falling wedge. GME is going to approach its macro falling wedge. With this pennant breakout right now, GME is going to fly straight up to this point right here. And if you go ahead and look at the macro on the bigger time frames, you guys can see that we have not only have buy signals on these bigger time frames, on the daily time frame, no sell signals, but on the daily time frame, the 4-hour time frame, we have massive buy signals, no sell signals, telling us this rally is going to continue. And if you go ahead and look at the weekly time frame on the Bollinger Bands, you guys can see that the Bollinger Bands are extremely, extremely tight, telling us volatility is coming for the stock. I think a big push is coming up for AMC and GME. Now, I can't tell you exactly when this is happening. As you guys can see, Bollinger Bands for AMC as well, constricted very, very tight on the weekly time frame. And I cannot tell you exactly when this is going to happen, but I do think we are extremely close. AMC is also in its disbelief rally. If you go ahead and overlay the chart, so we're going to look at the psychology for AMC as well. I explained this once in the video, but basically you have your hope, euphoria rally right here. Then you have your sharp drop down, then your complacency stage. We just need to cool down before the next rally. As you guys can see, this is your complacency stage. We just need to cool down before the next rally. Everyone thought we were going to go to the moon at this point here when we made that bull flag, but no, we have a sharp drop to the downside. Then you have your anger right here, and then you have your depression right here. So if we go ahead and look, you have your anger, which is a low, then your depression, which is a lower low. So this is your anger, this is your depression, which is a lower low. Now, if we go ahead and look at what's going on for AMC, we can see that we are in the disbelief rally right now, and the disbelief rally always has a slight amount of pullback. As you guys can see, we have this rally from the low here, this uptrend, as you guys can see that you're looking at, this overall uptrend. And if you go ahead and look at the disbelief rally, you go off your lows, and it looks exactly like the chart. You drop from your low, then you have some sideways consolidation, and you push up. As you see, you drop from your low, you have some sideways consolidation, then you push up. You have a slight amount of pullback. Slight amount of pullback. If you go ahead and look, slight amount of pullback, then guess what? We're going to start moving and rallying to the upside again. And if you look at the macro, it's very, very clear on what's happening. AMC is going in an uptrend again. Now, you see how long this takes, guys. This is going to take time to play out, but you want it to take long to play out. Just like this 2-year downtrend took long when you can accumulate this whole time to accumulate shares. And now we are going to start moving to the upside, and we're going to have a 2-year uptrend. Just like this was a long uptrend and this was a long downtrend, we're about to go in a long uptrend. This is a macro uptrend. These are macro swings. This is what you want to focus on, the bigger moves, the bigger picture. That way you can accumulate over a massive amount of time and then make life-changing money with these huge life-changing trades. And this is how I like to trade. But you need to have conviction. You need to follow the facts, and you need to make sure you understand the psychology and the technicals and the fundamental of your play. Then you'll need to have conviction, because people will try to tell you that you're wrong, because it takes a long time for these plays out, and people cannot have the mindset to have the long game. They do not have the mindset or the discipline to play the long game. But if you get the mindset, the discipline, and the structure to play the long game, guys, I'm telling you, these long macro swing trades can change your life when you accumulate over a year or 2 years. When you have a year or 2 years to accumulate a huge bag, and then you get a big swing to the upside like this, these are the trades that I love, and AMC is going to be one of my biggest trades. I've done several trades like this since my trading career, and since starting my trading career in 2016. But guys, as you guys can see, we have this major macro uptrend. We're going into the falling wedge, and we're about to start another major macro uptrend. As you guys can see, if you go ahead and take your high from your low, this can give you your breakout target for your falling wedge, and it will put us at or around all-time highs. As you guys can see, you can do the same thing for GME. You take your high from your low, and it'll give you a breakout target for your falling wedge, and as you guys can see, it'll take us past all-time highs. So I do believe all-time highs are coming for AMC and GME stock. It will take time. As crazy as this sounds, it's going to take time. Look how long it took for these uptrends to happen. It is going to take time for these things to play out, but we are in the midst of it. This is phase 1 right now. We are in the hope phase. As you guys can see, we're in the hope phase, disbelief rally. This is a sucker's rally. They think it's going to crash back down to $3. We're not coming back down to $3. We're going in a macro uptrend, and once you understand the psychology, you'll be able to understand that. Now, let's go ahead and look at the short term for AMC and GME. I'm going to show you guys what I'm looking at on the short term, and then go ahead and wrap up the video. We're going to look at the technicals on the short term and look at the fundamentals, as I showed you guys, the psychology on the long term, and that's what you really need to pay attention to. These everyday movements can get you distracted, but I'm going to go ahead and let you guys know what I'm looking at. So GME is outside of the bands on the 4-hour time frame, basically in a squeeze type move. Anytime you're outside of the bands and you're using the bands as support, that is a squeeze type move. So if GME can hold this, GME could actually start to run absolutely insane, pushing the meme stocks up. I do think that GME is going to start running possibly here before AMC and push AMC up, but I think AMC is about to get a bounce right here. We could probably bounce tomorrow. I'm going to get in that to a second, explain the price action that I'm looking at for AMC. We could probably get a bounce tomorrow, if not tomorrow on Wednesday. I think the bounce is actually going to come tomorrow, but we're going to go ahead and get that to a second. Let me go ahead and explain GME. So if GME can hold these levels of $21, you guys are going to see if GME can hold $21, $21.50 as support, you're going to see GME start to run. It's absolutely going to start to run to the upside. If we go ahead and look at the fundamentals on the call options for GME, you can see that if GME can get to that $30 level, that $25 level, we could see massive parabolic action for GME as the call options and gamma chain plus the technical structure and psychology structure could send GME to the absolute moon once we break out of this major resistance zone right here in that $25 level. So again, this is what we want to look at for GME on the long term, this $25 level. As you guys can see, there's major indication because we have the Bollinger Bands there. There's major structural and an indication support and resistance here that we need to break through. But once we break through it, you're going to see a massive push to the upside for GME. And I think that is coming here soon as we had this pennant breakout and push to the upside. So as far as GME is concerned tomorrow, I want to see it hold 21.50 as support. If not, you could see some slight pullback down to the $20 level, retesting this flag here at $21, $20.99 even, and then pumping to the upside. So either GME needs to hold this 21.50 level to push up hard, or it's going to see some pullback because it's outside of the bands. It's going to have a sharp pullback to the downside. When stocks are in this mode, there's only two things it can do: push up hard or have strong rejection. But I think it's going to have strong support and push to the upside. So if we do see it come down, I'm going to go ahead and show you guys visually what you might see. So we can see it start to come down, retest this, and have a strong push up. Or we could have it do something like this, hold 21.50 and just start to absolutely rip coming in tomorrow. Like it's going to hold as support. It's going to hold 21.50 as support and then absolutely rip. So let's go ahead and show you what that would look like. All right, kind of messed it up here. Hold on, let me go ahead and show you what that would look like here for you guys. Holding 21.50 as support, moving up pre-market, holding 21.50 as support, and then just going off to the races to the upside towards that $25 level. And then if it could beat that $25 level, absolutely going to the moon. Let's go ahead and look at AMC on the short term and then look at the fundamentals. Also, guys, AMC has multiple price predictions for higher price targets. So AMC is predicted to hit $6.09 by June 16th from this website, Coin Codex. It's in the next 5 days, it's expected to hit $5.35 by May 20th. Now, this is just a random website. This is Coin Codex. They do predictions for stocks based off of certain technicals. I'm not putting too much merit into it, but I do like that it's giving bullish predictions to the upside. Again, anything that's bullish is good in my personal opinion if it's going along with my technicals. Now, as you guys can see, we also have Max Pain showing that Max Pain is at $10. This is where market makers will make the most money if AMC stock goes to this range. I know it sounds crazy, but we could see this as early as this week. I do not want to get everyone's hopes up, but we can see this as early as this week, $9 or $10. $9 or $10 is coming for AMC. It's either coming this week or next week. I do not want to get you guys too hyped up. We need to get this bounced, and that's why I'm going to start talking about what we need to do first to get there. But $9 or $10 is coming. Higher price targets is coming. You guys will see this once the disbelief rally starts to come into a hope rally, and by then it's normally too late for the normies. You need to get in while everyone is fearful. When most people are most feared and most scared, that's when you double down. When you're in this anger and depression phase, when everyone's angry and depressed and fearful and FUD, that's when you double down and buy the most. That's when the prices are the lowest and you can make the most money the quickest because you'll start to rally immediately after. As you guys can see, you need to buy when people are fearful and be greedy when people, or be fearful when people are greedy. You always want to do the opposite of the crowd. You never want to follow the crowd. Now, if we go ahead and look at AMC's fundamentals for the $6 level, if we can get above that $6 level, you can see that we could have a huge gamma push that could easily push us to those higher valuations, that $9, $10 level. And if you go ahead and look at the options chain, it's absolutely loaded, 73,000 calls expiring in the money at $6. If we can get above that $6 level and hold it, it could easily give us that gamma ramp to 10, maybe even 12, maybe even $13. As you guys can see, the call options are absolutely stacked to the bullish side. So guys, we could see crazy price action if AMC starts to get any type of momentum to the upside, which I do think is coming here soon. If you go ahead and look at the daily time frames, you can see that we have 1, 2, 3 hammer candles in a row. This doji candle here telling us that this downtrend is ending. We also have the alligator showing us that this downtrend is ending because it's starting to flatten out, and we are seeing price start to flatten out, and we're starting to get these bands come closer together. As you guys can see, the bands are starting to come closer together on the smaller time frames. Bullish band starting to cross on top, and this move to the downside is starting to end. Also, we are breaking out of the technical pattern of the falling wedge. As you guys can see, we're starting to break out of this falling wedge. So what I want to see tomorrow morning is us get a push to the upside. We'll probably hit our head on that 25 or $5.25 level, get a sharp push down. I want to see us hold $5 or $5.15 as support, bounce off of the wedge, and then start to head back to the upside for AMC. I do think we're going to be retesting this local high of $6.20, and I do think this could happen a lot sooner than people think. What I need to see is how soon we get this bounce. I need to see how much GME pushes up because we could get a sympathy rally from that. But AMC is definitely starting to bottom, and as you guys can see, where we are bottoming at still puts us in a overall uptrend. As you guys can see, we're in a overall uptrend. This red line is the trend line, and as you guys can see, we're in a overall uptrend. This is the hope recovery rally. As you guys can see, we're about to start going into these other phases. Whether you believe it or not, this is going to happen. All right, so now you guys see what I'm looking at basically off the short term for tomorrow. I want to see us get above that $5.25 level. This is crucial support and resistance. We need to break that level. If we can break it pre-market, that would be great. As you guys can see on the 4-hour time frame, we're about to get that MACD cross to the bullish side. So things are looking good for this recovery. We're starting to bottom out here on RSI. As you guys can see, hit oversold a bunch of times, starting to get that bullish cross here on the MACD, and the alligator is showing us we're getting movement to the upside. Let's go ahead and look at the super trend and see if the super trend has any possible buy signals, letting us know that we are also going to start getting more momentum to the upside. And as you guys can see, we have this buy signal here on the 30-minute time frame as well. Guys, I'm telling you, we're getting this bounce. Probably going to get the bounce here tomorrow. So we're probably going to start getting a bounce here tomorrow. And also my prediction for the weekly candle print is we're going to have a green weekly candle. So I think that this week is going to be a green weekly candle. We're going to have a green weekly candle print. I do think we're going to start heading back up to these higher valuations. Guys, we look really good. We're in an overall uptrend. The macro looks good. So guys, like I'm saying, just be patient. Just wait. Just hold. We look really, really, really good in my personal opinion. As you guys can see, we also have the MACD on the monthly time frame about to flip bullish as well. So the macro is looking extremely, extremely good. The psychology is looking extremely, extremely good, and the fundamentals as well. The company improving in the fundamental data as well, with high short interest, high cost to borrow, gamma ramp options chain, and failure to deliver showing indicative of naked shorting, and we have FTDs coming due. All of these things is bullish momentum telling us we could push to the upside. Now, the one thing I want you guys to be aware of is they do have 1.2 million shares available to short. I am not too worried about that. They have been really ineffective at holding us down, but I think they're going to load up for this next rally because they know they are going to need it to try to stomp any little momentum that we get. But once we start momentum, I think things are going to get crazy. I think GME is actually going to start running here soon, so I'm going to keep you guys posted. If GME can hold this level and start going crazy, start going parabolic, you already know it's going to push AMC up. If AMC starts to get any type of momentum to the upside, it's really going to start pushing. If we can break that $6 level, we're going to go absolutely insane if we can break and hold that $6 level. And I do see us coming up for this retest of $6 here very, very shortly. And I think I don't want to get people too hyped up. I do not want to get people too hyped, but I think we are going to have, yes, my favorite word, parabolic, some parabolic 10, 20, 30% days coming here shortly for AMC. I don't know if it's going to be this week or next week, but I think some 10, 20, 30% days are very, very close to happening. Things are looking extremely good. If you guys look at volume as well, look at volume. Absolutely just drying up. Sellers are exhausted. All right, sellers are exhausted. We had a ton of buying here at the bottom, institutions and heavy buying, smart traders buying at this absolute bottom, and now we are running it up. Guys, this looks really, really good for upside. As you guys can see, volume just dying out, and you had this extreme amount of volume here. I think it's institutions and everyone was loading up. Smart players were loading up for this breakout. Things look really good with volume going down on this downtrend, telling us that we're going to get that bounce. And also, guys, before I wrap up this video, I'm going to show you these two fractal patterns from the 2020 run-up. I talk about this in my other video, but I just want to show you this as well. I don't rely on bars pattern as much as I rely on technicals, fundamentals, and psychology, but bars patterns are a type of technical that you can use as a guide, in my personal opinion. But I do want to show you guys something very, very interesting that I have seen from the other day. So as you guys can see, we have this 3-peak top. This is the 2020 run-up. This is the 2021 run-up. We have a 3-peak top. Then you drop to a new low. This is the 2020 run-up. You have a 3-peak top. Then you drop to a new low. Then you push to the upside. You have this sideways consolidation, this bull flag consolidation or pennant type consolidation, and then you have this bull flag consolidation, and you push to the upside. As you guys can see at the price action right now, so if we go ahead and look at AMC's price action right now, so remember this price structure that you've seen from the 2020 run-up and the 2020 run-up. So let's see what's happening right now. As you guys can see, 1, 2, 3 peak top, 1, 2, 3 peak top, drop to a new low, a lower low. Now we're having this upwards consolidation. I think this is going to be your pennant type consolidation right here, this little bit of downtrend. I think what's going to happen is we're going to push to the upside. As you guys can see, what happened in 2021, you had your 3-peak top, you have your sideways consolidation, and then you push to the upside. I'm going to go ahead and zoom out one more time so you guys can see this a little bit more clear. You have your 3-peak top, 1, 2, 3-peak top, drop to a new low. Then you push up for your sideways consolidation right here, and then you have a push up. And I think that's exactly what's happening right now with the price action. If you go ahead and look, again, very, very similar. 3-peak top, drop to a new low. Then we have our sideways consolidation right here with our push up, and I think we're about to start pushing to the upside. So, guys, multiple things lining up for AMC making higher highs, starting a uptrend, starting a bull run. I don't know what you want me to tell you. I don't know how clear you want me to make it for you, but if you guys just wait, not financial advice, you will see the uptrend. It's already starting. It's already started. Like, I don't know how people can't see this stuff. It's already started. Look at the wedge. Look at the wedge. Look how we broke out. And what are we in? A overall uptrend. We're about to get the bounce right here. We're about to get the bounce tomorrow. So we're about to get the bounce and start heading back up to $6. Once we break $6, I think everyone will believe it. Once we break $6 again, I think everyone's going to believe it and finally see. But by then, it's too late. By then, it's too late. You should have been buying down here when everyone was most fear, most capitulation, and anger, depression. That's when you need to buy down here, right here. But as you guys can see, the chart looks beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. We had this beautiful rounded bottom, as you guys can see, and we're going to start moving to the upside. As you guys can see, we have this beautiful rounded bottom right here, and we're about to start moving to the upside. This thing looks absolutely great. We're already in a uptrend. Things look really good. We're already breaking out of the wedge in a uptrend. This is the hope rally, the disbelief rally. We're about to start going into hope and recovery optimism. The fundamentals, the technicals, and the psychology all line up for a new bull run. But guys, this is the video. Hopefully you found it informative. If you did, go ahead and drop a like. Remember, I do think SPY is going to crash as well, and I also did a video on how the market crash will help AMC, but I think SPY is going to see more downside, push to the downside. I think SPY is going to crash. If you guys just look at the psychology for the SPY, it's in the complacency stage right now, and it has more downside. So if you go ahead and look at SPY, SPY had a massive rally, then it pushed to the downside. It's in the complacency stage right now and pushing to the downside. AMC and GME are structurally different, technically different, showing different signs. This is showing bearishness. AMC and GME are showing bullishness. They're going to move against the market, in my personal opinion. But guys, check me out on Discord for $150 per person per entry, guys. $150 per person per entry. That is a lifetime entry. You'll have access to all my trades. You can access to me as well, one-on-ones, because I'm in there all day, and I have a great community there posting their trades and stocks as well. So if you want in $150 per invite, go ahead and hit me up in the comments or hit me up on Twitter. I will get back to you guys. And as always, have fun, stay safe, make money. Peace out.
All right, guys, that was the video. Hopefully you found it informative. If you did, go ahead and press like and subscribe for more content like this. And guys, remember, you can check me out on Twitter and Discord for even more Data Zero updates. That's $150 per invite on Discord. Go ahead and hit me up in the comments on Twitter to get access for that, and we can work out the details. Guys, I talk about my stocks, trades, and crypto picks all day long. I give stock picks and trades and mere trades on my Discord and my best TA work. So if you want access to that, go ahead and hit me up for that information. And I truly appreciate each and every one of you that drops loves, shows comments, and presses subscribe. It really does mean the world to me. And as always, have fun, stay safe, make money. Peace out.